Who is the mysterious charmed one in the veil? And did Maggie just develop an insane new power? We had a week off without an episode of Charmed, but we are back. Kristen here, and we are talking Charmed Season 4, Episode 7. In this episode, Mel, Maggie, and Kaela must divide and conquer when they become aware of a new formidable threat inspired by the Tallyman. Maggie and Harry team up to chase down a lead in a dangerous magical realm. Mel needs Jordan's help healing a creature that she has a deep emotional connection with, and Kayla's budding flirtation with Dev must contend with a surprise visitor from her past. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to StreamYard for making these live streams possible. They make live streaming and just recording on their platform so simple, so customizable. It makes it so easy for me to bring in photos, bring in comments like this one. Thank you so much for the happy birthday and the congrats on my new house. So yeah, if you guys want to make your own StreamYard account, you could use my affiliate link in the description box. And as Deval just mentioned, yesterday was my birthday, so birthday weekend. And if you want to give me some love, if you want to keep supporting my channel and my Charmed content, feel free to drop me a super chat. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for the birthday love. And like he also mentioned, I just bought a house, guys. So I need all the help I can get. you know, Thank you. And also, I'm just excited because that means we're going to have a new studio soon and a new backdrop that is not just this plain white wall. So I'm very excited. A lot of really great things happening. And of course, another great episode of Charmed. So let's get into it. Just a couple more that I'll bring up. Thank you, Jay. Birthday, Taurus twins. Yes. I'm glad you could catch the live stream as well. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, like I said, if you want to drop any super chats, help me out and make sure I get your comment. I would greatly appreciate it. But let's dive into the madness that was this episode of Charmed. We had a week off and a lot has happened since then. Let's start with Harry. So, Harry has been MIA. And he doesn't really want to open up to the girls, but they pull a season 1 callback and they tie Harry up in the attic like he did when he first met them in the first episode so that they can finally talk things out. He shares that he gave up his white lighter status to become a necro lighter because he really wants to see Macy again and tell her that they haven't forgotten her. And Harry can speak to people in the Vale who have unfinished business, and he wants to have a proper goodbye with Macy. So they're really teasing in this episode that we might see Macy again, although I really didn't think that was going to happen. So especially after some online drama that's been circulating. But Maggie and Harry end up in the home of the Tallyman, and they find this mummified corpse, and that allows Harry to use his new ability to find out more. He touches him, he goes into the veil, and like, while I do get that this power is going to be helpful this season, I just feel like it's a bit inconvenient. Like, Harry just passes out. He's near death every time that he uses this ability. Is this pulling out his life force? Like, how long can he keep this up? So in the Vale, we learned that this mummified man is the Tallyman's older brother, Nolan. And some people were a little bit confused a few episodes ago in that flashback episode of the Tallyman and his brother, like which one was which. So this really 100% confirmed that the Tallyman was the younger brother in that sequence. And his brother Nolan reveals that Quentin, who is the Tallyman, murdered him. Oh my goodness. So the Tallyman is tired of being the weak link in his family, and he didn't want to feel powerless anymore. And some ancient and cursed being was basically trying to rise and use Nolan's body. And Nolan also shares that a charmed one has come through the veil, and Harry is now convinced, like, this is Macy. Somehow Maggie, while trying to wake Harry up, ends up getting sucked into the veil. And yes, let's take a break for a second and just say that was such a cool throwback. Definitely Harry has some problems going on here. Like, this power, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's the best thing if you're passing out every time you use your power, right? But where was I? So, Maggie ends up getting sucked into the veil while she's trying to wake up Harry, which was teasing something really exciting that we will get into shortly. But while they're in the veil, Maggie and Harry come across this charmed one. And, we all went back and forth. Is this Macy? Is this the Guardian? Is this a completely different charmed one? And it was the Guardian, which, for everyone who, shared their theories and was agreeing with me that it might be the Guardian, we were right. So, kudos to us. The Guardian confirms that Macy has moved on. She's at peace. She's not coming back. And so this episode I thought was really important in that, like, we finally got to help Harry sort of move on a little bit. Because Harry has been struggling so much. I mean, we can see with his emo beard, like, he is struggling. And he says that, like, he is just in this dark place and wants to go into the tree and be with Macy. He can't live without her. And Maggie tells him how much they need him. And he shaves his emo beard and he's back. Now he's kind of like been reawakened and is like back to his old self now that they had this experience. So yeah, the Guardian also confirms that this new villain that we'll be focusing on is this big ancient monster that she faced as one of the first charmed ones back in the day, and it's trying to come back. And this is the thing that destroyed the sisterhood. This is the thing that began the cycle of destruction of all future sisterhoods. And this sounds really cool. Like, this ancient evil will eventually lead us potentially to get more information on where the Power of Three really came from, and maybe exploring more of that ancient history of the charmed ones. So I'm excited, and I feel like everything's sort of leading up to this big ancient bad. So let me go into some of the comments you guys have. I thought from the beginning that it was gonna be the Guardian. Same, Chris. I was like, it's not gonna be Macy. It's not gonna be Macy as much as we want it to be. But yeah, Harry's powers like proves astral projection because she would pass out. That is true. Or she would kind of like, right, like just be standing there like quiet and like not moving. But yeah. So I wonder which sister this was, Ishta, Inara, or Ashanti. Yeah, I'm Ishani, yeah, I'm very curious. She also, like you said, had Macy's immobility power. The emo beard. It was, right? He was just like, he was struggling, but he's back now. He shaved the beard. He's back. I love that. Like, I love when they do like little things like that to represent like change, like when someone's hair is up in a ponytail and then they finally let it down and they're like, oh, they finally let loose. And like Harry like shaved his beard and he's finally back, Yeah. Thoughts as to why the Guardian left the tree to be at the Vale. I think they kind of said a little bit that she's been investigating, trying to figure out who this new big bad is, and then realized it was this lost one, right? This ancient creature coming back. So that's why I was thinking that she was at the Vale, trying to like ask maybe the other people in the Vale, like, what's going on? Have you heard things? Maybe the dead know all the secrets. Let's see. Yeah, it was really sad when Harry was like, I want to be in the tree with Macy. But I'm glad that like Maggie was able to like kind of talk him out of that. Yes, I'm also curious about the lore of the Charmed Ones. And the showrunner, Joey Falco, like replied to one of my reviews and said that we are going to find out. We are going to find out. So that's really cool and exciting. And I feel like, everything's just connecting. Let's see what else. Yes, the power upgrade for Maggie. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So up next, Maggie. She had just so many incredible moments this episode. I was so excited. Now that her vision ability is back, she had a vision from touching the Tallyman's pocket watch of Sunny summoning some kind of smoky evil demon, which we now know is this lost one. This is this ancient evil that the Guardian was telling them about. And we also learned that Maggie has developed a new power, which is so freaking cool. It's hinted at when she ends up in the Vale with Harry. I mean, that could have easily been written off as like Harry has the ability to bring people into the Vale with him, but that's not what it is. When we see Maggie fighting Sunny and her hand grows claws and she basically claws Sunny in the heart to death, it's pretty clear that she now has the ability to mimic other people's powers. That is probably the most exciting power upgrade we've gotten in quite a while. I'm so excited to see how she's going to use the ability, like what's going to be possible with it. What other powers is she going to copy? Oh, I thought that was so cool. So yes. Yes, Maggie's copying powers now. Yeah, Maggie always is the most well-rounded. And I love how it like goes along with her abilities. Like she can she has vision, she can infuse feelings and emotions into other people, and now she can take powers, right? Like how cool is that? Definitely X-Men Rogue vibes. Like Phoebe in the original, really cool power development. I love it. I love it. Woo! Empathic power mimicry. This is so cool. And yeah, I love that she was able to like get that power by like, right? Like she felt what Sunny felt and then she was able to use her ability. Like, yeah. Oh, so cool. And an active power at that. Yes. Absolutely. So good. So let's continue on. Next, let's get into what was going on with Kaela. This was a really interesting episode because her mom comes to visit, but something is off. First of all, I thought it was a bit strange that Kaela claimed to be so close to her parents, but then she was dressing differently and lying to her quote-unquote mom. She was kind of pretending to be someone else. And apparently witchcraft is a huge no-no in Ghanaian culture. So she had to make up a whole story about moving to be with Dev and she's using him as a cover, but he really wants to be with her. And you guys know I'm like, about the relationship stuff, but I've already really liked Dev. And this episode, I was like, oh my God, he's so funny. I just really like him. Like I like them together and I hope Kaela wakes up to how good they could be together. But back to Kayla's mom, Dev is sneezing. He's allergic to something. She's acting strange. She eats a whole live bird in the kitchen. She drugs Dev. Like, this is clearly not Kayla's mom. Or, maybe she had a different relationship with her than we thought. But no, this is not Kayla's mom. We learn this is actually Sunny in disguise. They fight. She cuts off Kayla's thumb. Her thumb! It was so messed up. But it's that final thing that she needs to bring back this ancient evil. So now she's got the hair of the youngest, she's got the blood of the oldest, and now she's got the bone of the middle. Later on, they do stop Sunny and Jordan reattaches Kayla's thumb, but it's just like extra rough knowing that like Kayla's an artist. So like it's just gonna make it really difficult for her to create with that injured thumb, man. I was like, the pain. But we end with Kaela finally getting her baby blanket that they teased last episode. Her real mom actually sends it, and they tease that they're going to do a Providence spell going into the next episode so that we can finally know more about Kayla's parents. And the promo for next week teases that we're going to learn more, maybe even meet them, which is super exciting. I am very intrigued to find out more about these parents, why she was given up, just how the connection comes together with the Charmed Ones. I'm dying to know, and it really seems like this next episode we're gonna come face to face with them potentially and learn more. So I'm excited. We'll go back to some more comments. Love how they're having sister moments at the end of some of the episodes. I love that too. I think that's so nice that like regardless of if they are kind of separated like they were a little bit in this episode, at the end they come together, they might have a little drink and they're catching up and they're just like bonding. And just those little moments I think brings it together even more. And just like I think we've kind of felt it, but like this sisterhood feels a bit stronger than the previous sisterhood, even though they might not really be sisters, But yeah, I was shocked with the Kaela finger thing. I was like, oh my gosh, how are they going to put that back? Like, good thing that Jordan has healing abilities, but his healing abilities is not the strongest. So I feel like she might have a little bit of issues for a bit until it like fully heals. Um, yeah. And right, it's not her mom. Um, let's see. Let me see. Yeah, Kayla losing her thumb, shocking. I was like, "Oh my god." They really went all the way. They really took it there. Um, oh yeah. I really like Dev too. But yeah, that was a fun throwback when he's sneezing. He's like, "You have a cat." And it's like, "Oh, it's because Sunny is a cat type of creature," which we'll talk about a little bit in a little bit. But yeah, that was wild. But I really like Dev. He's so funny. I think he's great. For anyone, if I didn't catch your comment yet, like I see a couple that I want to address, but I want to continue, and we'll get to them at the end. Feel free to throw them in a couple more times, or throw in a super chat if you'd like. So let's get into a couple of other things that happened in this episode and some other theories that I have. So, some of the things we got to talk about. Ruby is back. She's going to be running for local office, and Mel decides to help her out. And like I've said before, I just think that even though they're not together, that doesn't mean Ruby doesn't exist in this world. So, I appreciate that we're still kind of seeing her as this recurring character. Like I think it helps flesh out the world that like there's things going on outside of what the charmed ones are doing. Meanwhile, Jordan is working on the down low to help Ray with the curse that we learned about last week or 2 weeks ago in the last episode. And it's connected to the pink moon and this magical bowl. And it seems like his illness and Sunny's ritual like may have some kind of connection. Like it was like parallels that kept happening. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? Right? The girls have to go to Iran to stop Sunny, and I thought it was pretty funny that the guys were just useless. Like, Dev's been drugged, Harry's got to recover from the veil, so it's like the girls got to go on their own to stop Sunny from bringing this lost one back and quote-unquote killing Sunny. But she's a Nekomata cat, so she actually has 9 lives, and she isn't really gone. So I thought that was really cool because I was like, oh, wow, they, like, defeated her and stopped her from bringing back this evil so quickly, and it's like, no, 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 no. She's got 9 lives. Well, not 9 anymore because a couple of them have already been X'd out, but she's got more lives left. So she's not going to be, killed off that easily, which I thought was really cool. And yeah, so I also wanted to mention, though, something that I think we've talked about a little bit as well, is that I just wish that they would do a little bit more visually to show these other magical creatures. Like, she's a Nekomata cat, but, like, she just looks like a regular woman. Like, it would have been cool if they had prosthetics or effects that made her look a little bit more cat-like or made her look a little bit more supernatural, I just think that the magical beings overall could look a little bit more magical and unique and not just like regular everyday people. So while Sunny's first plan didn't work out, the Lost One confirms in an eerie voiceover that there's another way to bring him back. And I have this theory, bear with me. I have this theory that while the Lost One says he's going to help the weaker and more underrepresented magical beings, aka the unseen, that he's just using them to return and he's not going to help them at all. I think it's all a fake out. And I really think that there is something connected to Ray's illness, to this bowl, that is eventually going to lead to the Lost One coming back, right? Like there was parallels there. They're talking about the pink moon. They're talking about this bowl, and it's somehow connected. Maybe that's how the Lost One will eventually come back. I don't know. They just tease that connection. I feel like something big's going to go on there. I also think that, with the unseen, it's very interesting because, I mean, we haven't seen much of them yet. We're kind of more hearing about them or seeing someone like Sunny representing that or the Tallyman representing that. But when you think about it, they hate the charmed ones, but this isn't just like a regular group of bad guys. This isn't like a group of demons or a group of like, evil magical beings. Like these are like the good magical beings that just like feel left behind and feel like left out, that are sort of becoming part of this political group against the sisters because of like propaganda. So like they can't really handle this in a normal way of like, oh, we could just vanquish someone, right? Like this is like, imagine like regular everyday magical beings that are against the charmed ones. So they need to change something fundamentally in the way that the charmed ones are seen in the magical world and to bring everyone together. So I'm curious, like, are they gonna be able to do that? Is it gonna be too late? Are they gonna bring the lost one back before they can do that? And I just feel like it's gonna end up in some way where like the magical creatures are eventually going to have to come together with the charmed ones and help them defeat the lost one because the lost one's not going to be what they think. That's what I think. But yeah, let me go back to some comments. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely disturbing to see Harry's choices. When Kaela got her finger cut off, like Jordan, hasn't always been there. He's not the strongest healer, so um, now that Harry doesn't have his white letter abilities, like it's gonna be a lot harder to get things done. So hopefully Kayla's finger will be fine in the next episode. I guess we'll see. Um, Ray, I love Ray too. I'm glad that he's like come back. I love seeing those throwbacks to their family in the past and things like that. Um, um, I mean, I agree. I don't think that the Halliwell actresses will ever come back. I don't see Macy coming back, and that's a funny shout out to Sex in the City. But yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, the tally marks on Sunny's wrist, tracking how many lives she has left. What is it? She has 5 left. Ooh. Um, let's see. My theory is the lost one is part of the group who are holding things down before the charmed ones, which now feel voiceless. It's the reason they needed the blood, hair, and bone. Um, do you think the lost one is an old charmed one? Interesting. That's an interesting idea. I don't think so, just because the Guardian said that this was an ancient evil that they had to fight when she was a charmed one. So I feel like if she was one of the first charmed ones, I don't know if that makes sense. Unless, I mean, someone, I don't know, one of the charmed ones turned bad. Like, it's I don't know. I don't know what's possible. Maybe that's an interesting theory. Um. Oh, interesting. Could the last one be like connected to the original charmed ones, like a fourth sister that didn't get magical abilities, like the Tallyman? That would be interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of places we could go with like who really is the lost one. Like, is this just a ancient being, or is there some kind of connection to something, which would be cool because we have to break down, like we said in the season, where did the power of 3 come from? Where did the charmed ones really come from? And I feel like there could be a connection to that, and it would be really cool if there was like a real history there. Um, yeah, that would be very, very interesting. Oh, this is a cool fun fact. Thank you for sharing. The Tallyman's brother was also the evil ice cream man in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. That was a crazy episode, so that's really interesting. Um, oh, I think the charmed ones went bad and caused the cursed cycle of the sisterhood. Mm, there's a lot of places we could go. There's a lot of places we could go. So overall, I thought that this was another really cool episode. We got Harry out of his funk. We got Maggie getting epic new powers. We learned about this new villain that's returning, and I think there's a lot of places we could go with theories on like who is this really? Where is the connection? Um, I'm really loving this season. I'm hoping that we get a 5th season to just really finish out the story that we're exploring. I think they're doing a really great job. Like, literally each week I'm so excited, and I think I haven't felt like that in the last few seasons, but like each week I'm like, "Oh my god, did you just see what happened?" Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Next week looks like it's going to be really important when it comes to learning more about Kaela's past, how she's connected to the Charmed Ones, what's the deal with her parents, her birth parents. I can't wait for that. I'm excited. I'm excited. So if you are joining now or if you're joining later down the line, let me know, what are you guys thinking? What are your theories? What did you think of this episode? Make sure to leave a comment down below, or if you're watching now, feel free to throw in your thoughts and I'll address a couple of more comments before we wrap up. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this season so far. I think this is the best one so far. Like, this season is the best season. And I'm just so excited for all that's coming and how they're going to wrap up the story. I feel like there's humor, there's heart, there's magic. I wish there was a little bit more magic. I wish there was a little bit more when it came to how the magical creatures look, but I'm really enjoying the story, and I feel like things are connecting and things are really being dropped as hints that are going to come back later. That's what it feels like, which I feel like we haven't gotten before. And thank you so much, Heather, for the super chat. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Love this episode as well. Love Dev. Yes, he is absolutely a gem. Y'all know that I'm like about love stories in this series just because they sometimes put them in too quickly, but I really like Dev, and if he became a regular character, I would be cool with it. I really like that they are bringing in these different people who have different abilities that I think is going to help them overall when it comes to defeating the lost one at the end. You know, we've got Dev as an ally, we've got Roxy as an ally, we got Ruby, we got Swan, we got Ray coming in, we got the sisters developing new powers, we got Harry developing new abilities, obviously as a necrolyter. So this just really excites me, that I feel like everything is kind of coming together in a way that I think is going to be really meaningful and actually like lead up to things and affect things. And it's not just like, oh, we're getting this random thing, what can we theorize? Nothing, because it's not going anywhere. Like, things are going places, and I love that. Oh, thank you so much, Amateur Remedy, for the super sticker, for the super chat. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. I really appreciate the super chats, the super stickers. And thank you for all the, the birthday love and the new house love and the wedding love. Like, there's been a lot of things going on this year, so I appreciate it. Let me go into some other comments that are coming up. Maybe the lost one is the first evil manifestation of magic, and in response, the charmed ones were created. That's a really cool idea. I like that as well. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, and it would be cool if there's some kind of connection, like the lost one is somebody or something that is meaningful, but like, I think that's really a cool idea and makes sense as well. Do I think Charmed will get renewed since Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow got canceled? Yeah. I hope so. I think that this has been the best season that we've gotten since that first season. Like, they've just elevated everything we loved of the first season, and I'm hoping that, the ratings and the higher ups are seeing like our reactions and how much we're enjoying it, and that they're able to continue the story and at least wrap things up, So I definitely hope that we get another season. Crossing my fingers. Yeah. I hope it's not a trend. I hope that Charmed comes back, because I've been the most excited about this season. It's really good. So many great episodes, and I think there's even more like insane stuff about to come that I'm just like so excited. I'm so excited. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see some theories on Kaela. They're playing Kaela in the power department, but I think Kaela's mother is the guardian sister, aka a charmed one. Maybe, but wouldn't they have already been like long gone? Because like they were the first ever charmed ones, right? So like the guardian's around, but like wouldn't the other sisters be like passed on? Like she wouldn't still be alive now for them to go see her, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I would like to see more of Kaela's abilities. But I just like Kaela overall. I think I'm definitely gonna do another like ranking of the charmed ones like down the line, like maybe once the season's over. So if you haven't checked out that first video I had, I ranked all of the charmed ones from the original and the new series. I'll leave that here, but I'm gonna do another one down the line and add Kaela in there. And I really like Kaela a lot. I want to see more of her powers, but as a person, she's up there. She's got a really great personality. Um, oh, how would I like to see this season end? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I would love to know the truth, obviously, about where Kaela comes from. I'm cool if she's not a blood sister. Like I think it would be interesting if like there was a time travel thing, or if maybe there was even something that had to do with like her cancer, and like any treatments that she did that maybe led to how she had her abilities. I think people have been sharing some theories like that as well. I think that would be really interesting. Um, I would love to see the Lost One having a deeper connection to, the history of where the Charmed Ones come from and the Power of Three. Where I want it to end, oh my gosh, I don't know that like there's so many places we could go, but I definitely want to see the Charmed Ones be in that magical world and like really be a part of it so that moving forward we can have even more magical beings coming into the picture. I think that would be really cool. There's so many places we could go. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much. I'm happy to do these chats with you guys, and especially with this season being so awesome. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. um oh yeah, the body diversity in the show that you don't see on other CW shows, you know yeah, I really love seeing Deb and Kaela together. I think they're really cute, and they're just like a really cute quirky couple. Like I think they're really great. um do you think they will create a shelter for the LGBTQ plus kids? I mean, I think that's what they're working on, and I would love to see like what are the plans that Ruby's going to do as a local government official, like a city council member or whatever. Like, but yeah, that would be really cool, and maybe also introduce some other characters, maybe even some other magical LGBTQ plus characters, maybe kids in the magical world. Like that would be really cool. Um, I hear you. I think as long as we haven't heard anything yet, no news is good news, right? Um, so crossing our fingers, right? We're crossing our fingers. Um, thank you so much, Chris. I'm glad that you guys are having fun hearing my theories and thoughts and the live streams and everything. I cannot wait to just see what's next. This season's very good so far. Very, very good. Yeah. Oh, great point, Ray. Great point. The Lost One is directly connected to the Power of Three. We know that from the spell used to summon it, right? Like there obviously are other ways they can summon this being because he said so. After this didn't work, but there has to be some kind of direct connection, because why would you use the bone, the blood, the hair of the charmed ones? Yes. I love hearing all you guys' theories, because you give me more ideas and it helps me think. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, oh my gosh, all this stuff. How does it connect? You know? And I think this is honestly, I really feel like this is the first season we can theorize. Like there are things we can, try to figure out. Um theories that the Lost One will be an evil charmed one. Still some theories that she's Mel's daughter. Maybe. Maybe Kaela is a magical sister if her mother was a charmed one before the Vera sisters. Maybe she's their cousin, another cousin. That would be fun. Where's Josefina? I want to see Josefina. We haven't seen her in a little bit. Losing her thumb may allow Kaela to move forward in her power and manifest without drawing. That would be interesting. I would love to see Harry and maybe Jordan reestablish an order of elders, with Harry being an elder. I would love to see there be a new order of white lighters. And I know that we've seen, there was like articles that another actress is coming in to be another white lighter. So maybe there's something there. There's definitely still more white lighters out there. Maybe lead to a magical school. That would be cool. That would be cool. I know a lot of people talk about the source of all evil. I feel like the source is kind of, we've like finished that story, right? Like we've learned that the source in this version is just magic as a whole. So whoever wields it, right? It could be good or bad depending on who's wielding it. But I don't know. I feel like we're done with the source. That's my thoughts. And that this is something else. Oh, Kaela could be a descendant of the fourth sister, the lost one. Oh, or what if? Because we did hear the voice, and it was like a gruff kind of man voice. What if the lost one is a brother of a charmed one? Oh my gosh, right? Like the charmed ones, and then a secret brother. That just came to me, and I feel like that is pretty interesting. I don't know what you guys think, but that could be interesting. Let's see what else. Maybe it's a good being that turned evil and became the first evil. A brother, right? A brother? Yeah, that would be pretty cool. This season is refreshing and fun. I like how every episode makes you ask questions. Kaela's mystery being like how Macy was a mystery in season 1. Totally. So there's a lot of parallels as well between this season and season 1, which I think are nice. Like kind of like opposite parallels, or even some direct ones. Like I think that there's a lot of nice stuff there. Right? It would be a twist. If it was a brother. And could explain right? Yeah. I think that could be something. Okay. But yeah, so okay, so a couple of theories coming in about Kaela and where her powers come from, and I do think that this could be something. What if she donated blood? What if she donated something in relation to Kaela's cancer? I'm just saying. It would make sense. There's a lot of places we could go. Yeah, so I'm going to start wrapping things up. So, really quick, if you guys have any other thoughts or any other super chats or things you want to throw in, do it now because I'm going to wrap up. But I want to thank you guys so much for your time. I think that there are a lot of places we could go this season, a lot of theories coming in, and I love hearing your thoughts. So, make sure to leave a comment after the fact if you're watching this video once we're not live anymore. I'm just really excited about this season. I feel like there's so many cool places we're going, and we could just theorize forever. We really could. I'm excited for the next episode. I think we're gonna get a lot of answers about Kaela's family. That's what I think. I think we're gonna get a lot of answers, and I can't wait. I'm excited for the lost one and how that's gonna connect, and just really hopeful that this is gonna like bring in some deep charmed history, right? Like deep charmed history. That's my hope. Okay, so let me address a couple of other comments and then we're going to wrap up. So, another theory is about, Macy donating blood or something to Kaela in some type of way. Let's see. How can a guardian be the charmed one? And I think we addressed that somewhere down here. Well, like she was a charmed one back in the day, and then eventually became a guardian. I don't really know much about. We don't really know much about the guardian, right? Other than that, she was a charmed one. So how did she become a guardian? That's a great question. Maybe they will address it at some point. But she was a charmed one in the past, and yeah. A warlock is a good thought. Brother left out, right? That's something that there's something there. Could be. Let's see. Congrats. Thank you. I appreciate it, Deval. Yes. Oh, okay, here we go. We got an answer from Everything Tez about the Guardian. She died and became a Guardian to inform other Charmed ones, and she was one of the first Charmed ones. So, yeah, I'm hopeful that we'll learn more. Ooh, maybe that we will learn about previous Charmed ones in episode 11. That would be pretty cool. What do you think about Charmed being a series that gets other reboots following different sisters with different struggles? I mean, I'm cool with it. You know, I think that would be really fun. I don't know if I see that necessarily happening, but you know, maybe down the line there'll be like another reboot or something. You mean spin-off episodes? I don't know if there'd be spin-offs, but so far I feel like there hasn't been any like specific character that's like separate that I could see them like spinning off into another series with. But I really love where we're going in this season. Edgier seat. Me too. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll share all my theories and get paid. That would be fun. But yeah, I don't know. I think there could be something cool with like a brother theory. But anyway, yeah, a bunch of people were saying that as well. Madness Arcade. You know, you never know. You never know. We were also saying, what if it was like there's 3 Charmed ones and a brother? That's what we were talking about. That would be pretty cool. But I want to thank you guys so much for your time and for watching this episode and chatting about it with me. I will see you next week, probably around the same time, breaking down next week's episode as we get into Kaela's birth parents. Anyway, make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know all of your thoughts, your theories. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think, and we can like theorize even more. Thank you again for all the birthday well wishes and the house well wishes and the wedding well wishes and all of it. I really appreciate it. And I will chat with you next week. Or, of course, I have videos dropping all the time. So make sure to check those out as well, even if they're not just Charmed videos. So thank you guys, and I will catch you later. Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and if you want to talk more TV and movies with me outside of the comments section, check out the exclusive Discord available on my Patreon at patreon.com/kmaldo. If you like this one, you can check out more of my videos right over here. See ya!